Hey everybody, Richard Smith here. I'm out at Copper Top Life Learning Center here in Snow Camp, Collinsville, North Carolina. I'm here with Addie Bucko from Elon, who is a volunteer and comes out here and helps with this program. So I'm going to let you explain to me what it is and the viewers what it is you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I am a volunteer coordinator between Elon and Copper Top. I come out here about once a week to coordinate. We usually have volunteers here from Elon most Saturdays. I do a lot of emailing, coordinating, making sure that volunteers are showing up, taking care of their timesheets. I did this a lot in high school with, I worked for a nonprofit in high school as well, so I've had a little bit of background in the area.
Cool. What are you studying at Elon?
I am a strategic communications major with a minor in early childhood.
Awesome. Me and you've been talking a little bit. Sounds like you have a real heart for working with kids.
Mm-hmm. I do, yeah. I've been doing it for basically my whole life. I went to a school that needed service hour opportunities, so my whole life I've really been working around kids in volunteer settings.
So you handle helping this place out. I'm sure you need a lot of volunteers to come out and help out with animals. So tell me a little bit about how people can contact you, maybe get involved.
Yeah, so my email, it's abucko@elon.edu. It's I accept emails. We accept volunteers Tuesdays through Saturdays. So helping out, just doing farm work, helping out with riders on Saturdays. That's usually when we need the most volunteers. We also do donations through iGive and through Chewy to feed the animals, get them toys, things like that.
So it seems like you have a great heart for wanting to help people. What inspired you? What motivates you to get out here and do this?
So I worked for a nonprofit coffee shop in high school. It was called the Empty Cup in Knoxville, Tennessee. And that's really where I got into the nonprofit sector more from a management standpoint. And that's where I felt like I really shine because I can use the skills that I know how to use from customer service, interacting with people, but at the same time I'm making an impact, and it's what really means the most to me.
Great. You come out here, you got a special horse that you like, or an animal, or the dog's really cute.
Yeah, May's got my heart. Rosie's a sweet horse as well. She's a good one.
Okay. Did you know anything about horses before you came out here?
I didn't actually. No, I had literally no knowledge. My mom's actually very allergic to horses, so I never grew up around them. So coming here was really my first time, and I didn't realize how much you can click with them. Almost like any other animal. I think there's kind of this perspective that horses are like this big scary animal that only certain people can be around and handle, but they're just big dogs.
Yeah. I got this picture of me and Clark that you took. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Clark is a horse that I'm going to adopt and try to spend some time with over the future. He warmed up to me right away. Was real sweet and gentle, and they're all very loving animals, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Tons and tons of cats. If you're a cat lover, this place will definitely get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you'd like to add before we let you get out of here?
We're a great organization. We're just here to help people. So anything helps, money or any sort of donations and time. We need volunteers Tuesday through Saturday, especially during the week if you have the time. But I know a lot of students aren't able to come out.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Okay. Hey guys, Richard Smith out here at Copper Top Life Learning Center. I am here with Deborah Meredith, the owner and proprietor of this fine place, and I have had an exciting day today watching this. We got to see you guys show some people around that have type of disabilities, and they did some riding on the horses, and just a fantastic place out here. I'd like for you to tell me a little bit more about what you do, your operation, and how it all works.
Okay. I am a licensed recreation therapist and certified nationally as a recreation therapist. I provide services to people with and without disabilities, so we provide inclusive programs to people with various levels of abilities. We use the animals as therapists. All of them have been rescued, rehabilitated, and retrained to be able to work with people and provide service through recreation.
Great. How many horses do you have?
We have 26 horses, which includes minis and donkeys.
Yeah, I just went down and took a look at 2 of your minis, and the very friendly little mini came up to me, like a big dog. I swear it was beautiful. I got some pictures I'll throw up about that. You got some goats down there, and how many cats maybe?
Close to 80, 85 cats.
80, 85 cats, and they all run around here free. I mean, we were out there in the woods with the horses walking around with the guys, and there was a black cat just following me around like it was a dog, just having a good old time way out there in the sticks.
That's Zachary.
Zachary, yeah, he was having a good old time. So your cats are really friendly, really lovable. I'm sure you got some great stories of these cats. So you want to share one with me?
Sure. I have a little girl that I call her Princess Lyra, but her name is Lyra, that I rescued when she was about 3 hours old.
Wow.
She was about turning blue. Her mother abandoned her. She was born to a feral mother, which a lot of these cats out here that you've seen are a lot of from feral colonies. But I wasn't sure that she'd even survive. She's going to be 9 years old this year, but of course feeding her every 2 hours, syringe and bottle feeding her, the whole bit. But she is registered as a emotional support animal, but she can also be considered service animal because she has helped people with heart complications. So when I had COVID, for example, she actually did go try to find somebody to help me. She's never run away from home, but she did that day. But yeah, she loves to ride. We take her on trips and camping, and she likes to jump in the truck and go wherever we go.
Right. So if someone wants to help out with your organization, I mean, I know you got different ways that they can help. Tell me some about those ways.
One thing is you could volunteer. We always use volunteers for everybody that we serve out here. You'll notice in some of the video clips that actually we have several volunteers working with our participants. We take animals to nursing homes and day programs, so we need volunteers to assist with that. So helping around the farm, maintenance. We also have sponsorships of the riders and animals, so we could use financial support that way. We also have opportunities where you can donate online through Facebook or Chewy or Amazon Smile, those social media situations. So there's a lot of opportunities to donate. In kind donations are appreciated as well, so it's not just financial. Your time and in kind support is just as important as financial support.
So I'm taking on the challenge of sponsoring a horse here. Ironically, his name is Clark. As you explained to me, Clark and Superman, and everybody knows I'm a huge Superman fan. Now I got some pictures of me and him earlier, and going to try to help out with him a little bit in particular. But if people want to, say, adopt or sponsor a cat or an animal or whatever they want, the 2 miniature horses down there are really cute. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just contact you and...
Yes.
All right. So if you see an animal that you would like to in particular help out, like these loving cats, I opened my door and about 4 of them jumped in my car a while ago. Yeah, they are definitely needing some help. Can someone say come to you and say, hey, I would like to take home an animal?
Right. We do adopt some animals that don't necessarily work out in this situation. We actually rescued about 25-30 cats and kittens last year toward the end of the year, and we were trying to adopt some of those out. They had a lot of health issues, and we worked with the animal shelter to help us get them healthy. But if we've got a dog that doesn't work in the program, needs to be with an independent individual, then we also will adopt them. And I've adopted horses out that don't work in the program. So yes, definitely.
Awesome. Now you teach. You have people that come up here for therapeutic reasons. Let me tell you, walking through those woods, it was so therapeutic. I can't talk. The silence, the trees, the wind blowing. I mean, walking in nature will help anybody, and that was surreal for me, just being able to walk around out there. So if someone wants to just come up here, just spend some time with the animals, getting some therapeutic time, as I guess the term would be, they can do that. Just contact you and set up a time to come up here.
Yes.
All
By
right.
appointment only.
By appointment only, yeah. Gate is locked, so if you come up here without calling first, you may not be able to get in. And they do that for a reason. Obviously, there's a lot of animals running around here, so they can't keep the gate open. So, Deborah, I'd like to hear a little bit about your experiences. You have so many horses on here. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with horses?
I've always loved horses. And horses and cats are my favorite. When I was younger, I wanted a horse, and of course, I couldn't get one. But when I graduated from high school and I was 17 years old, I purchased my own horse from mowing money and babysitting money, and it just kind of evolved from there. I probably have about 10 of these horses out here, my personal horses, that I've either rescued or had for years. The oldest one I think is 28 years old, but I used to be an old-fashioned kind of trainer, which I didn't like, and I knew that there was a better way. So I do natural horsemanship training for these horses. So it basically teaches them the way that their mother taught them back whenever they were first born. So they love and care for people more that way. They don't disrespect. But I started a program at the YMCA in the early 80s, and started doing horseback riding therapy for people with the Gateway and back then McKeever schools. And it kind of evolved from that. When I started working for the County of Alamance, I started doing Special Olympics, and we had one athlete, and it went from one athlete to two the next year to four. It kept getting bigger, and then siblings wanted to come. So it evolved to a much larger program, and in '98 I quit the county to be able to operate this program full time, taking the animals to nursing homes and doing horseback riding therapy and starting an inclusive day camp.
Nice. So you also teach the people here about grooming and so forth. I was sitting there watching, and you're going to see a little video about that. You were talking about the care that goes into the hoofs. You were talking about the tail and making sure that tail is nice and fluffy. Taking something that you know so well and teaching others has got to be a great experience for you.
I do love it.
Yeah.
And I like to be able to let people see what the benefit is of grooming their own horse, and not only for the animal but for their well-being as well. Because believe it or not, say for example grooming the tail kind of overlaps us grooming our own hair. Cleaning the horse's feet, making sure they're cleaned up and not injured. It helps with other people to learn to control an animal that's 1,200 pounds, but it gives them something to look forward to every week. For example, I love for people to learn that horses see you twice their size, so you shouldn't be afraid of them. They look for you for confidence, just like picking up their feet. They're going to be stubborn, not letting you pick the foot up, but it needs to be clean because you want to make sure that there's no nails or rocks or anything that would damage the horse, because without a hoof you have no horse.
Was hearing you talk to, I'm losing his Michael, the gentleman that's in the wheelchair.
That's Jeff.
Jeff, I'm sorry, I got my names mixed up.
Okay.
He comes out here quite a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got this special saddle that is just, perfect for him. It holds him up there.
Mm-hmm.
But 95% of his time probably spent in a wheelchair.
Right.
It's got to be amazing for him to be able to get out here and ride that horse. He doesn't talk a lot, that's for sure. So he really can't communicate that well with you. But I mean, the smile on his face has got to say it all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I watched him. He was loving every minute
Oh,
of
yes.
that. And you know, they rode for quite a while, about 45 minutes probably, close to it. You know, riding out there, just enjoying it. What does that mean to you? I mean, that's got to mean a lot.
Well, when Jeff came here about 17 years ago, he was told, and his family was told, that he would never walk or talk again. And I don't give up any of my participants. I work with them until I can get the ultimate out of what they can attain and retain. So I was determined for him to be able to walk and to be able to talk. So I got information from different people as far as speech, how I could work with him to gain the technique of him being able to use his tongue again and speaking. And he can say, one of his goals is to say everybody's name while we're riding, and do communicate with us. But like I said, he didn't talk much when he came. One of his first words was lazy. But he also couldn't walk. But with me, I backroad with him for 2 years and worked with him, and I can get him to walk with assistance, you know, short distances and stuff. But before that, he was unable to at all.
That's got to make you feel great. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why we do it, right?
That's why we do it.
Yeah, that's why we do it.
I just, you know, I want to get the most out of anything possible.
Right. So the cost here to keep this place running must be enormous. A huge financial thing here to feed all these animals, take care of them, get the vets in here. I mean, the upkeep of your nonprofit place should be quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about how people can help you keep afloat, keep going, and help out?
Well, financially, I would say 80% of our funding, 85% comes from donations, whether it be in kind or actual financial donations. But we are a Medicaid approved innovations waiver program, and so we operate through the state Medicaid. But if people wanted to help out financially, it would be great, because we do have vets. The veterinarian has to come out. I do a lot of vet work myself, which thank goodness, because we have a lot of sick animals that come here and I have to treat them. We do deworming. All animals are spayed and neutered, so people know the cost of that. And then the farrier costs $50 to come out to take care of the feet, and that's not cheap. And of course, we still have insurances for all of the whole operations of the facility, not to mention the transportation, taking the animals to places if we go off site. So and when we do Special Olympics, it's the same situation. We have to haul the animals and have all the equipment and that, so it does cost a lot of money. Technically, I think that we probably should have an operation budget of $450,000 if we had paid staff, but we have no paid staff, not even myself. And last year, I think we brought in under $100,000.
Well, you obviously do this because you love it. I mean, you're not out here to be rich, become
No,
rich.
no.
No. I mean, you've got a passion for this. We could probably even say maybe it's your calling.
God provided.
God provided. I mean, you know, you told me this one story about how God, you know, brought you this direction. And I can't remember it, to be honest with you. It's been a while since we talked about it. So you want to share a little bit about that?
Sure. Back in the 80s when I was in college, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was a zoology major and didn't really like the idea of being a veterinarian at that time. So I decided that I would go into recreation therapy and serve people and animals. So I built the program, but at the time I wasn't sure. Even whenever I was working at the YMCA, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and it was just one of those things that everything I was learning at the YMCA and teaching myself there, I ended up retaining and using it here at my facility when I opened it up in 1990. But no, I had no actual objective or goal to go for, but God says this is what you're going to do, and every time whenever we get low and don't have the money financially to be able to support and do things, somehow or another it comes through and he's provided for me. So
Well, I'm a firm believer that you just get out there and you do what God needs you to do, and God will help you. And most time He brings great people into our lives that just say, hey, you know what, you look like you need some help, I'm going to help.
Exactly.
And whether we realize it or not, in a way that's God talking to these people, saying, hey, give a little bit, and that. It's amazing how God works. I've seen it in my own life, for so many years, and God always provides. But it takes people listening to God, talking to them, to make that work. And so, you guys, if you want to help donate to this cause, send her an email, get up with her, meet, schedule a time to come out here and see it for yourself. Got a great heart. Everything's going really great out here, and it's a great program. I looked at your saddles in here a while ago. You got, I don't know, 20 saddles at least, probably more than that. Yeah, you got quite a bit of expense going on. So if you guys want to help out, I interviewed Addie Becko a little while ago, a lady from Elon, and she looked like she was all into it, all fired up, and you guys have any special events coming up that might be of interest to people?
we actually do have the first Saturday of May. I believe it's May 7th. I'm not sure, but it's Derby Day here at the farm. It'll be open to anybody. We'll have food and entertainment and horse rides for a fee. So that'll be from 11 to 3 that Saturday, Derby Day. And we do have other activities and events, golf tournaments throughout the year, fundraising events, and during the summer we have an inclusive day camp called Camp Free Spirit. So that's ages 2 and up. We have volunteers that help with the riders and participants in that program. We have lots of fun with everybody doing activities with the crafts and art, and then learning how to groom and saddle and ride the horses, and learning how to grow plants and things like that as well.
Awesome. So you guys check it out. Go on their website or Facebook page and give her a call, see if you can help out. If you want to bring a bag of dog food around, or cat food, or horse feed, or whatever it is, just pitch in there and give them a hand. And I appreciate your time, Deborah. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Say goodbye.